right now we have the majority. Obviously it doesn't always like fall upon the majority, but you hope like that's gonna happen and you're gonna be good. We did just win the immunity, which was awesome, so we're not going to tribal, and we got fruit, which was so good because we haven't eaten all day. So right now we're getting to know each other. Hopefully we'll have another immunity coming up and win that, and then we'll see what happens and what else is in store for us coming up.
I feel good, secure with my team. I feel good with all of my members. Nobody's targeting me. So I'm feeling good about the song. I'm happy.
I kind of thought like when we were doing after we finished the challenge, I was like, we should have thrown the challenge because we could have protected our other Kano members that are in the minority on the other side. And I didn't think of it until after the challenge. I was just like wrapped up in the competitive spirit of it. So that's just like a lesson for me to just always be thinking about the game, like always be thinking about the game. But I did swap here with two people that I have a really good relationship with, Taylor and Nicole. And I think, you know, Eric and German, I think we are, maybe we can get a good thing going, but like right now there's not really like much of a relationship there. I also think that one of them has that advantage or of idle clue or whatever it was that was on the underside of the chest.
I usually hate swaps because I usually get swap fucked, but not today.
How did you do that so fast?
I gotta prove my worth to you guys.
We all collectively got a lot of firewood.
Awesome.
Okay, this swap is like complicated, okay? This is complicated. I have this weird thing where I just came into this game recognizing Kim, making eye contact with her, so I think in my mind, on the mat when we're all waiting. And she just struck me as someone who I would really like to play this game with. So to have her on my tribe is interesting. The caveat is that my tribe is not a big fan. They all know that she played and got second in this last season of Millennium Park. So she's target number one. They've all been talking about how she's a guy's girl and is probably running the show with the guys. This is really bad for me, but I haven't really clicked with anyone on my tribe. So I'm trying to navigate this like tightrope, right, situation and figure out how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna save Kim if we do go to tribal council, if that's even what I want to do. Is that crazy? I'm like ready to throw all my eggs into the Kim basket because I haven't really clicked with anyone on my tribe outside of Taylor, who I'd like to keep working with too. So wow, it's complicated.
I feel overall pretty good. I will say, like, being, you know, at a disadvantage in numbers is difficult here. It's just me and Carlos from the original tribe. So that puts me not in a great spot, but have a good vibe about a lot of people on this side. Eric already told me that he's interested in working with me. He seems really cool. He does seem like a game player too, so I don't know what he's saying to Carlos, but I feel like that could be a legitimate thing. And I feel like I have a good chance of ingratiating myself a little bit more with them than Carlos might, which could help me out a lot just in terms of like my safety, because if we lose, I have to imagine it will be one of the two of us.
Awesome that coming into like the minority on this side was scary, but I also had a good feel about you guys specifically. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to take my chances here.
If we were going to tribal right now, honest opinion, I don't think I have the power to save Kim. I think it would be Kim if I had to guess. I don't see our tribe going after anyone on our original tribe of Kano.
We do have a theory that Kim is kind of running stuff over another tribe, so that was probably where our votes would lie.
I think we probably want to get rid of Kim. I think because she, I think, was in charge of the others on the other side. And if we have to go to tribal, it's like running the risk, if we don't vote her out, of her getting back with like people that she was in really tight with, especially if they do vote out one of our old Kano members at today's tribal, like right now. Like if there's more of them on that side and she can reunite with them, that might be dangerous.
To me, Kim is a bigger threat. She seems very strong-minded. She seems like a leader on that side, and I think it would be a power move to take her out.
I do have an immunity idol, so I have the option. Would I like to play it now? No. I'm really hoping I can walk in confident enough, but the last thing I want to do is go home with an idol in my pocket. So I gotta really figure out if hopefully we can take this all the way to the merge, but if we do lose, I gotta be really confident it's not me, or that might be the time just to protect myself before we go in. So we'll see how it goes.
12 or 11.
12, yeah.
And
Oh
maybe-
yeah, it could be 11.
Maybe at the start of tomorrow. But then like that was like speed.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe it would be tonight. That way you have the night to like.
Get to know people.
Yeah, and then the nights are different. You know, you have the night like separated as tribes, and then you have the night post-merge.
If we were to go to tribal right now, I would simply try to get the target shifted over to Carlos somehow. That'd be my only move right now. But I like him a lot too. You know, there's some people in my tribe that I probably would work with worse than Carlos. So this is the difficulty of getting swapped and finding people who you don't know, but you might like more than people that you originally started with.
But I mean, also Carlos is a huge threat if he makes it to merge. He's big, he's bulky, he's probably going to win a lot of comps. So that's all going to kind of accumulate of what's going to happen. But I'd hope we vote together and get one of those two out.
And I think that Kim is like really nice, but I don't want to overdo it as much as she does. And hopefully, if they have to choose between one of us, she might come us doing it too much. And I'm just like, I was just trying to chill and doing it like just normally, hopefully.
Sandra.
Sandra?
Yeah.
I thought someone said Sandra.
Yeah, people are saying Sandy, but I think it's
Sandra?
Sandra. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's going off to Exile Island.
Yeah.
What do y'all think, what do y'all think that's going to?
I bet she'll take the place of whoever gets voted off.
That seems super likely, yeah. With any kind of trip, do you think so?
I have to imagine, right? It can't be that simple.
Yeah.
But
Why do I want a chance?
Did you get like a Big Mac with fries?
Nothing. No, I kept asking for cheese. They wouldn't give me nothing.
No food at all?
Nothing.
We have a little activity that you're going to participate in. Does it have to do with the turtle? No, you're going to come with me.
Okay. Oh, how excited! Wait a minute, I gotta get my glasses on. Don't start yet. All right. Oh God. Oh no. All right. Let's see. Congratulations. You have the potential to gain significant power in this game. Guys are going down. In front of you there are 3 boxes labeled Outwit, Outplay, Outlast. Inside each box could be an advantage in the game that relates to the theme of its label. All you have to do to claim the advantage is to open the box and retrieve it. You may only select one box, and once you open it, you may not change your mind. But beware, other players may have been here before you. Oh shit. If you select a box that is empty, you will lose your vote at the next tribal council. You do not have to open a box. The choice is yours. You should make a decision quickly, as others may get suspicious. I'm gonna do Outlast. Congratulations, you've uncovered the legacy advantage to help you outlast your way to the end of the game. This advantage is played after the votes are cast, but before the votes are read, and will nullify any votes cast against you. You may only play this on yourself, and this advantage can only be played when there are 10 people left in the game, or 6 people left in the game. If you are voted out with this advantage in your pocket, you must will it to someone still in the game. The player you will it to will receive it from production in the voting booth the next time they attend tribal council. Alright, got an immunity idol. So we're at 15 right now, I think we said. So got a ways, so hopefully I make it that long and I can use it. So a little bit of an advantage.
So you said mind blown. So let's talk about it, because we unanimously thought you could have been lying and that you had an idol. So we were like, it's either one of you or one of us.
Yeah, that's fair.
So if you really were sick and you could have just said we don't want to vote, and then it would have been you. So I feel like, not to blame you for Allison going, but we were like, it's either going to be you have an idol and you put 3 votes on one of us, or we have to pick someone.
Yeah. That's fair.
Well, originally I thought Eli was pretty much done and voiced his opinion of leaving. So I thought Eli was gone and Allison would still be here. But then obviously tables turned and they thought that we were going to pull a fast one on them with some type of immunity idol, or whether it was something along the lines. But so they ended up splitting vote, and Allison is no longer here.
I feel like it was gameplay at that point. Like, it's either, like, we just met, do I trust you, or do we just do the safe bet?
Yeah. No, I get
And it was just like a safeguard.
I was shit myself.
When Allison got voted?
No. My name was first.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Woo, boy.
Yeah.
I didn't vote your name.
Yeah, who voted you?
I did.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I just
When I saw
figured
Nick,
out
you know, I was like, okay,
Yeah, I
they weren't
thought
lying.
Allison.
I feel bad for Al.
We would have, once the plan was to vote out Jazz next, and then there would be 3 and 3. It would be me, John, and Carlos, and Kim, David, and Mike probably. But Mike isn't really in an alliance. He's just kind of like, that's what he said anyway. So, you know, it could have went either way, but now that there's 5 on the Orange tribe, we agreed that we all stick together. So let's just hope that works out.
I just keep skinning through everything. People weren't really talking to me like that. Tribe swap saved my ass. Yeah, so that was good. Ultimately, I want to switch to the other team because I know my team doesn't trust me and I'm on the bottom. I'm just waiting for the perfect moment. I wanted to keep Allison because I wanted to work with her. We just didn't believe that Eli was telling the truth.
Because you guys dragged us, like, I'm going to say that again, in the
Yeah.
Civil War. So I'm like, he's not sick.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
I'm just trying. I don't know. I am, but I get what you're saying.
When you were like
Yeah.
the beast in the challenge, we were like, how can you be sick? Like, our girl was throwing up and had to sit out, and he sick and he won. Like, it just didn't continue.
No, that I get it. I get it.
Welcome, Kano. Yep. All right, Kano, getting a look at the new Wonkus. Allison voted out. Sandra replacing Allison on the tribe. All right. Welcome to your next community challenge. First things first, I need to take back our community idol. Kano. Community is back up for grabs. This challenge is called Light My Fire. It is a fire making challenge. It is a tradition in games like these that you need to know how to make fire to survive. That will be your goal today. You're going to have 3 fire makers that are going to be at these 2 stations, right? The other 4 of you are going to be runners. One is going to run to the closest bucket to get your flint and steel. One is going to run way down where Travis is, and that is where you will have a kindling kit, all right? Then the next one of you is going to run into the woods. The woods are your resources. Collect anything you want for your fire makers to have to make fire. The next person is going to run. Again, collect anything you want for your fire makers to have to make fire. You bring it back here. Fire makers cannot start making fire until both of those first trips are done into the woods. For those that make that first trek, you could bring back 1 stick for them as your trip if you wanted. Or you can bring them back all the materials they might need in your 2 trips. These 2 that are running into the woods can go back and forth as many times as you want them to. Okay. So fire makers instruct them on what you need. They can go back and forth into the woods as many times as you need them to. The 2 that are going out there only do the 1 run and then they're done. Fire makers are the only one that can make the fires in this area. If you're making the fire, you can't have anything touching either side of the rebar. You're trying to burn through the rope. All right, so make sure no sticks are touching the rope or the rebar. All right, first try to make fire that breaks the rope wins immunity. So I'll give you a minute to strategize, ask any questions, and we'll get to it. Runners, you got to start on the truck. Doesn't matter what side. All right, tribe's ready. And go.
Save the energy.
Mike's a little slower for Wonkus, but keeping pace.
Go, Eric!
Let's go, Eric!
Woo!
Eric, a good sprint. Some of his kindling flying out of the bucket. Eric, you want to bring that to them? Whatever you want. Let's go, Mike. Go, 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 go. Fire makers on Cano can start. Alright. We have an item.
We need a bunch of dry leaves. I got dry leaves here. Not leaves.
Now, Carlos,
Do you want me to
you can go as much as you want. Yeah, yeah. You can go as much as you want. Go. Wait. After the first time. Then you can go as much as you want. So you gotta wait till he comes back.
There you go, that's perfect. Okay, good go.
Go ahead, John.
Face up, Carlos!
Room back with some more. Here comes John.
Good job, John.
All right, now you both can go as much as you'd like. Fire makers can start.
No green, no green.
What do you need?
Now you can go as much as you want, John.
Dry wood and dry twigs.
Can you hold that?
Yep. Scraping magnesium. Got Jazzy. Taylor for Canal. John back with another load of sticks.
More birch, nothing wet. Good job, Sandra. Nice, almost.
All right, we're about 15 minutes into this challenge. If anybody that was a runner wants to help with the fire making, you are now able to do so.
Smoke. Tell us if we can help.
Hey, let's just
Blocking
start.
wind.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you know where it's coming from? It's probably that's
Everywhere.
What about the
I bet. Drink water. I don't know, we haven't. Well, I said anything that's dry. I said grass or leaves or straw or anything. Because once you like that, you put the magnesium and then you can slow. Like that. Yeah.
All right, tribe. I'm gonna give you a 5-minute warning. At 5 minutes, I'm gonna be giving you 3 matches each. Prepare for that. You can continue with your flint, or you can prepare for the matches.
Start preparing, like getting a little stuff together so there's all the matches.
How do you build it with straw first and then TP?
I wouldn't worry about the straw
No?
matches.
Yeah.
It's gonna be soon.
Yeah.
Let's start building this thing at the same race.
Yeah.
In the race.
This is gonna fall.
Okay, yeah.
No cardboard right now.
No cardboard, all right.
Cardboard if it's going out.
Oh, I see. All right.
We need like a form of a fork in it or something.
Do you want to stand over there?
Just has a little bit of a fork.
This is too big of a circle.
Alright, matches in 3, swim, 2, 1.
Go get matches.
This win is an issue. We can't lose the. We gotta build a wall. We gotta build.
We're just gonna all have, this is like too green. Just don't even put those in because it'll make our fire go out.
Really good. Yeah, another one's it.
Let's go for it.
Do you want me to just get it lit?
Hold on, wait.
Just let it go for a minute.
Yeah.
Wait.
Go for it.
Wait. Just go.
Can you lay the outside of it and then the match in?
Yeah.
All the dead snow, not the
No.
green.
The leaves are a little too wet inside. Like we need that straw.
Oh.
Move all this green. Get a bunch of it.
Small twigs, not big one.
We need more stuff that works.
Yeah, we do.
Start with small non-green sticks.
Alright, Wonkus has a big flame.
We need to get
Those look green to me.
Where's the rest of the big
What do we need?
Where's the big pieces?
Over here.
The big pieces?
Big pieces.
You can also keep putting more kindling on. Get some more dry.
We need more wind thing.
Where?
On the back side. Wherever the flame's going, go to the other side.
Alright, we need more long sticks. Can you go in the woods and get longer? No. Yeah. I would just in case.
We need to
No,
compete,
longer.
guys.
Solid starting, I think we got this. Yeah, bigger six.
Bigger sticks. Can you put that
Nice and dry though.
I'll have a nice healthy little tower here.
Those are too green.
Are you sure?
Yep. We're gonna put it out.
How about this?
Oh, that's green grass.
Shoot. More hair. No hair.
Not
There's
green,
green
not
in
green.
there.
I think it follows water. That's all they've got. Yeah.
Oh. Alright, take them off.
Leave it
if you
up.
can. Take these off if you can.
Come on. I'm gonna bring it more head. Just don't.
Oh, careful.
I think if we just get fucked down here, it'll just light up.
There we go. Okay.
Alright, we gotta move this up. Yeah, we put that one there.
Keep that one off. That one.
We move this whole.
Woo! Fire. It's gonna burn. Look at it. Block the wind.
I need a bigger stick to hold this.
Here, this is the biggest one I got.
Okay, thank you.
Here we go. Look, it's spraying.
Yeah, that would be good. So put it in the middle if you can. Like so it's leaning up. Yeah, and put it in the square. Yeah. Okay, wait. Now we're just putting it.
Come on. Freaking break.
Okay, we need just more.
Throw the stick on. We need to like this.
It's going up, guys. Yes, it's doing it.
Lock the lid. Don't let it touch her.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right.
It's doing it. Yes. Yes. It's doing it. Yes. Come on, it's closer. Turn up.
Lift to the back. Lift to the back. Over to your left. Left. Other way. Right. Sorry. My left.
Nose flame all over the rope. Rope starting to smoke a little bit.
Come on. There's on fire. You got it, fire.
Watch your
Yeah!
Oh
my God! Are you kidding
Look at my legs are all burned.
Smoking the eye.
That log thing?
That's what they did.
I said
Log
cabin,
cabin.
yes.
That was good. The square.
Yeah, because the square holds it all together.
Yes.
That was so good.
I think everyone did a really good job keeping it cool.
Thank you.
Runners, great job.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Paul was joking about us running.
Hey, Taylor. Congratulations.
Good job, Taylor.
You're all safe. Yes. Wonkus will be heading to Tribal Council. You're gonna head back to camp for a little strategizing time, and then we'll come get you when we're ready. We can both head back to camp.
Take the blue map. That's the soccer. That one? Yeah.
That's John. Like that.
That's John's.
It'd be nice to
John
win tonight.
slept for
No more
9
chopping.
hours.
Yeah.
Well, according to 5 seconds ago, we're going to go to Tribal, and Eli is announcing that he will just be leaving Outlast today.
Because now he wants to go home right now. So now he's going to go into Tribal and pretty much say, I want to go home and we don't need to vote this time.
I want to make sure that the people that are in these positions and playing and making it further are deserving of it and in 100% health. So I wouldn't want to take that spot from anyone.
All right, welcome back, Wonkus. I feel like I've seen you all here a bunch today. Certainly probably not something you want, but it is a part of the game. I'm actually going to start with you, Sandra. You joined this tribe, not a lot of time between joining this tribe and now being at Tribal. Anybody ask about your time on Exile?
Yep, that was pretty much the first thing they asked if I got food. And I said no, they weren't kind enough to do that. But I did ask for a cheeseburger, but it wasn't granted. Yeah, they just asked what went on, if I looked for an idol, which I did, and I didn't find anything.
So you have some familiar faces here from your former tribe. Does it feel just like home, like you're back in with that group?
Yeah.
Or do you think the dynamics have changed since you left?
No, I feel like it's we talked about a tribe swap before, and that, clean slate, as far as jazz and everything, what the drama that went on there, and clean slate starting over. We're going to stick, Wonkin is strong, and make sure we, have the numbers. So it's a great new dynamic for sure.
Nick, any reactions to the last Tribal Council? You got a vote. There was some other things at play. Anything that kind of came out of that Tribal Council that was interesting to you?
Bye, Allison. No, that was tough. That was definitely wasn't expecting it. But after leaving Tribal, it was great gameplay by all ends. I wasn't thinking that route because I knew nothing was going to happen. But obviously they had no idea. So it's great gameplay. That was awesome. I was shocked and bamboozled, and I'm still here. Right?
So Mike, what does this tribe have to do to win the next challenge? What's on your mind when it comes to keeping this tribe ready for the next challenge?
It's a great question. I feel like we all get along. We're all positive going into each one. It's just that the other tribe is just coming out on top continuously. So
So they just have momentum, and we need to break that somehow. And once we get it back, I think we can start rolling from there. But I mean, I think we're all positive. We're not down on each other. We're just coming up short, but it's not over.
Jazzy, I would be remiss if I didn't note that the first 4 people out of this game have all been women. Now, I don't think gender has been a factor in the voting, but does it concern you at all that all the people voted out have been women?
Definitely. I hate that. I don't know. I mean, it's not that I'm like all for a girls or guys alliance or whatever, but I love diversity in the game, and I think that that was something that I noticed was there's a lot of women going out, there's a lot of women going out, and it's not that I think that it's a threat as far as, oh, the guys are going to gang up on the women per se, but when you look at long game, it makes me nervous for if I can get to the merge if I'm surrounded by men. I feel surrounded by men right now.
Yeah, we are outnumbered.
And David, at what point do you start thinking long game? You know, Jazzy mentions long game, right? At what point do you start thinking about the threats around you, the people you don't want to be at the merge with individual immunity challenges? Are we there yet or no?
Yeah, I think day one when you walk in that field and you're looking at everyone, you're thinking long game, and then you get the 2 tribes and you're looking at who has strengths and weaknesses, and yeah, we talk a lot about short game and long game at camp, and I feel like everyone's been playing both the whole time.
And John, has there been much talk? I asked this just about every tribal, but I'll ask it one more time about advantages, idols. You did make a swap. Does that mean that things could be there that weren't there before? Any thoughts on that?
Well, we did think there was an idol maybe found by the new members of our tribe. So that's kind of why we did the blind side to get Allison out. It was just to cover our bases, check all the boxes, because if we voted for someone who had the idol played on them and one of our names is up, then the power shifts. So we just wanted to make sure that, I mean, it's fair for us to have more and just move forward that way. But nobody's been looking for idols, I feel like.
All right, Eli, weren't feeling well last tribal. You did make that very clear to your tribe. They decided to keep you anyway. So how are you feeling at this point? And what's been your gameplay from last tribal?
Yeah, so to be totally honest, I feel about the same. But I feel like since that last tribal, I was able to talk with this group and tell them that that was a great move, that they were thinking one step ahead, because I hadn't even thought that far. I was so out of it myself. So no harm done from that at all. We just kind of continued that conversation about how I would be kind of lacking in certain endurance type physical challenges, and they understood that. So I told them we'd kind of like a retry, I guess, if needed, but without the worry of an idol or advantage.
All right, so what does that mean exactly? Tell me what you mean.
It means that we don't necessarily need to vote, if that's what I'm saying.
Okay, is everyone comfortable with not voting this round? I need to make sure everybody's comfortable with it.
I mean, when you talk about long game, I mean, I think voting, like you said at the last tribal, every vote matters in the future, possibly. So it worries me to not vote, because that could be the determining factor 5 tribals from now. So that worries me. However, I don't want to draw it out like last time and have something weird happen, because we know Eli doesn't feel good, so I'm cool with it.
All right, give the last shot. Otherwise, Eli, you can bring me a torch.
Yeah, I'll be watching. Yeah, right. We'll be friends on Instagram.
Yeah, hit me up.
All right, Eli, I'm gonna say the game is over for you.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
You can go. Bye. Y'all can head back to camp.
A little disappointed that my body couldn't keep up with my mind as much this weekend with the game. Got a little under the weather, which is totally okay. Not something that I can control. So played through as hard as I could for as long as I could. I had so much fun. I'll definitely do this again, and I'll be here the full time next time.
So it's 5 for Lizzie, 4 for Kim?
No, I did spill everything that happened in my tribe to German. Yeah. So 4 votes for Stephanie, 4 votes for Kim, and 1 vote for Lizzie in case Stephanie had an idol. But then that vote for Lizzie didn't count because
So then it's tied, and then you go to
revote, and then Stephanie went home on a vote on 4-3.
So on the revote, somebody didn't vote?
No, the person that voted for Lizzie originally, that heard their vote didn't count, just switched their vote to Steph.
Got it.
Yeah. So and then Steph and Kim didn't vote at the revote because it was a tie between them.
Now, is Jazzy cool with the boys?
No, so Jazzy was the one that tried to blindside Kim and the boys.
Ooh.
And then that's why Jazzy was mad, because Jazzy thought she was at the bottom. She wasn't at the bottom.
Mhm.
So she created this whole alliance between like her, Lizzie, the first girl that I got out,
Tiffany,
and what's her name?
Dawn?
Sandra.
Sandra. Yeah.
So that was where their 4 votes were going. And then they were trying to make the other people split their votes.
Yeah.
So that, saying that like this girl might have an idol, that way that they had 4 be the majority.
Yeah.
But it flopped because it was 4 for 1.
Wow.
And that's why she was mad, because she was like, I feel like the bottom, I feel like this. But like she was the one creating all of that shit.
Yeah.
So they can do it. In the next vote when you win, I thought she was gone. But Lizzie was her close ally.
Yeah.
And then her and Sandra got into a fight, so they were trying to vote for Sandra. Somehow, it was supposed to be a split between Lizzie and Jazz, because Jazz said she found the idol clue. But it was supposed to be 4-2, and then whoever they voted for, they were supposed to vote for Sandra. It somehow ended up being 3-3. Lizzie ended up voting for Sandra, but Jazzy, instead of voting for Sandra, like with Lizzie, she voted for Lizzie, so Lizzie ended up going home.
So she wanted to save her ass,
Right.
for her friends.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, so she don't care about
she
her people.
And then now we went back to try where she was like with camp, and she was like, well, I have the idol clue, and like I went to the idol spot and somebody is not there, so somebody definitely had it. And then she was like, then she like backtracked a little bit. She's like, well, if I take out the clue and we find it, like, are we gonna give it to me, or the person that finds it keeps it, or whatnot?
So how do you feel about her being on this new tribe with the 3 boys that she tried to blindside?
I think she's gonna flip on them.
Wow.
Like, I think she's gonna join the guys' tribe. 100%.
Wow.
100%. Especially because
I feel like that would be smart for her, because
I think
there's a lot of dominant
males
males over there.
No, well, like, I don't think they're close. Like, I think she pictured that into her.
Oh, okay.
I think it's more like divided than she thought it was.
Okay.
But I don't want to rely on that. Like, I want to make a relationship with one of the other people, and hopefully that would be enough to either 1, keep me over Kim, or 2, see if there's any split or any like divisions within the tribe that I could capitalize on, because it's gonna be key. I want to make the merge, and I don't want to, like, I feel like I was playing an okay first stage of the game, and I would hate to go home now because I'm in the minority.
And do a little shake, and we're gonna freaking crush it because we're great. Woo!
Hey.
Yeah! Hell yeah!
Oh man, I needed that too.
Oh, that would be nice.
All right, Kano, getting a look at the new Wonkus tribe. Eli voted out the last tribal
yeah.
council. All right, welcome Wonkus. First things first, I need to take back community. Thank you very much. Community is back up for grabs. This challenge is called Track Stars and Tossers. Here's how it's going to work. It's going to be a group of 4 of you that will be the runners. All 4 of you will run to the furthest distance and grab a sandbag each. You're going to run back here. Then 3 of you go out for the next 3. Come back. Then 2 of that same group go out, get the 2, and 1 of you makes the final lap. All right, so everybody's running 4, then just 3, then 2, then 1. Great, you have 2 people left. 1 of you is going to take those bags, and from this mat, you got to knock all the blocks off of your table. All right? Once all the blocks are knocked off, your last player needs to shoot from this line and get one bag on each spool and one on the barrel. Both tribes shooting at the same spools and barrels. You can shoot from anywhere on that line.
Can they get knocked off?
They can get knocked out. Got to sit there and stay. You got to have one bag on each to declare a win. All right? I'll give you a minute to strategize. If you have any questions, let me know.
Players ready. Go.
Last one? Sure.
Amazing job, everybody. Great job. Great job. Great job. Amazing. Way to go.
All right, you're good.
All right, Cano. Who's gonna come grab it? Congratulations, you won immunity. Wonkus, unfortunately, we'll see you at Tribal Council once again. Got a little bit of time back at camp to strategize. We'll come get you for Tribal.
Like I could have done it, but you just being like that one step ahead was good. Hopefully. Getting quoted off for having a bad stuff. The name of the game, unfortunately.
The problem with like these challenges is like you could be good at something, but like it's random. You know, you could be good at making a fire, but you have to do this, you have to do that. You know, the running thing, you guys killed it. I sucked ass at throwing. Like, there's no, I can't play baseball, but there's just a lot that fucking goes into it. But it is kind of.
Yeah, it's just like
Baseball,
anything.
you probably would
now.
have got all of them.
I was
It's
going
like,
too
the beanbags
hard.
are
I
so
think.
weird.
I think I was going too hard.
Yeah.
Girl, listen, it's been a whirlwind, but in the best way for me. I feel like this game, like, it could have been so bad if I was on the merge side with less people from Wonkus and we were losing every time.
That chick is a beast.
Which one?
The little mini one.
No.
Well, yeah, she is, but no.
The girl
what
who
I'm
threw
talking
it?
about is
Yeah.
the girl who throws. Like everything she does, she's really good.
Yeah, she's athletic. Oh, that kid's a good, really good runner too. Oh, it's Jake.
All right, you keep calling him Jake.
He said he did cross country.
Yeah, I told him when we went to get the water, I'm like,
Yeah,
you're
he's
like a
quick.
cheetah.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, he is cross country.
What happens now is I pray.
Honestly. Did you like your tribe over there? Like, were they like fun people?
Yeah, there's a decent amount of like good people for sure.
So you didn't like everybody?
Correct. Most polite way to put it.
Yeah.
Decent amount.
Gave my pitch to the team. Does anybody want to go chat? No. Odd man out, but you can say no.
Yeah, I mean, you can select who you want to chat with. I mean,
If you want to chat, you can chat with all of us if you really want.
yeah, what's your pitch?
Yeah, what's your pitch?
I think my pitch right now is if you want to potentially win a challenge, you probably keep me on the team. If not, you can play strategy and long-term game with your past tribe and alliances, then obviously I understand that for sure. Said, you know what, if you want to potentially win a challenge coming up soon, they're I think 5 in the hole now, so I'm here to compete.
Like, that big.
Is it 75? We have 7.
That's big.
That's fucking huge. And I really don't care if we just pick off all the purple and then say we're going to play on this game now.
Maybe I shouldn't say us, but as good as the original orange losing is that Kim and Carlos keep getting safe, so our numbers are still up. But I feel like they're going to ditch me immediately, so I need to figure out a way to be that swing number to make the numbers on the other team be even or something. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Merge could happen tonight. Merge could happen after this trial.
After this trial.
Well, what are we going down to, 12? We are down to 5, so I'm not sure they'll go much more than 1, and I'm not going to want to do a merge at 11.
4.
You're right, it might be merge at 12. And then we'll be 7-5.
This game, when you get kind of tossed into a tough situation, you kind of have to either play yourself out of it or really connect with someone on this team. I have some type of quick bonds, but obviously they need to grow enough to persuade them to swing with me and kind of move forward as we continue on this game.
What if he has... Oh, he says, yo, I do have that.
No, I don't think he's gonna tell us.
He could, but then he could be lying, or it could not be. And people
And
play the triple game.
If he's down to one person, he could just say, I have an idol.
Yeah.
And not, just so any vote, we have 5 against 1.
Right,
He's
right.
going to say anything to stay in.
Yeah, then we have to implode.
Can't complain, but there's a lot of work to do for sure.
100%.
Okay.
So, I feel bad for her, but she's just a big chaos. Yeah, and she's wicked smart. She stirs it up. So,
Do you think she has an idol?
no, because she would have played it
Oh, yeah, she would have
2 or 3 votes ago. So,
Walking back from that challenge, can't remember names because I'm so tired. Mike suggested Jazz.
I'm still very wary of Jazzy. I think I can't trust her. She has such a strategic mind. I'm never gonna feel safe with Jazzy.
What do you think about this? Everyone keeps talking about long term. Long term would be keep on numbers.
yeah.
And we have been betrayed there.
Though they seem buddy-buddy, but that could obviously be their own strategy.
And even though it's shitty we've been losing, it's been knocking out.
Yeah. And it wouldn't make sense for us to lose.
It's
and
been
keep
knocking out the other side.
Working on our favor, really.
Right.
Very
Oh
much
my
so.
God. But then we all talked, and I believe it's gonna be Nick. So just it makes more sense to keep the numbers and then get rid of Jazz next time, I guess.
The thing is, if we keep, let's just say we keep Jazzy, and then we merge tomorrow, and then we merge in a couple hours.
Right.
She's gonna go to people and say, well, Kim fucking threw out names, this and them are close to each other.
Yeah.
So then she's spreading doubt in people that we believe in.
Yeah.
So if she's out of the game, there's only a limited amount of people who could say things to affect our full game. That's a possibility too.
Yeah.
I want to send one of the tough guys home, honestly, because I don't want to play against them in the after the merge.
She did go for Kim out of nowhere, so like, and then she voted for Lizzie last minute. She flipped her vote to Lizzie, so like, she's playing a good sneaky game. So I don't know if I could trust her.
I'm gonna talk to a couple of the guys and see if we can vote out John.
I do like Nick. If Nick stays, I have a chance at winning some challenges. Like me, Nick, Michael, and David, I think that's a good core.
But I really don't want to do a running challenge against him at the end. I'd like to just start busting out good people and kind of get like that, you know, people I could win against, like in challenges, so that I could get immune. So
I think we're in a good place. You and I don't know, but
I'll keep you in the loop if obviously your name's not going to come up, so you don't have to worry about it. But
okay.
Let me know. I don't have anything to play right now, but
Right. We're planning on blindsiding one of our own people. Blindsiding one of my own players to save someone else from another team is better for a resume than just coasting by and not putting anyone out. Except just like easy automatic.
it would be yours too. So if I find one, I owe you.
Right, sounds good. So I'm not going to take too long in this conversation
Yeah.
because I don't want to be on the ups and downs.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that we don't have an idol and act scared.
For sure.
And then I'll send someone over.
Yeah. Well, let's just say conversations have been had. My fingers are crossed that they will actually vote the way that I have stated.
And I'm trying to keep this blindside like hush hush.
And fingers crossed tonight, that's in my favor, and I'm here one more time. Sandra goes next, and then it's in Portland, or it would probably be March.
We've agreed to pick off the purples since it'll be 7-5. So we agreed to stay orange strong. That'll get us to 7.
I had a feeling like she'd get an advantage and like I need something.
Yeah.
So I was almost gonna be like, you guys talk? Like, because if I ended up on their team.
3 boxes and
You think so? That's what I was thinking too. Like she had some sort of weird thing that she had to do.
Don't stab anyone in the back and just pick up the purple one by one if there is a merge. And then every man for himself at 7.
So it should be easy to vote on next. And if we go to another challenge, we'll just try really hard to win. And if not, we'll have to have a really hard conversation, but I think we can do that.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
So
We're so far into the game now.
Seriously.
Welcome back, Wonkus.
Yeah. Long time no see.
One thing we haven't really talked much about in this game is the pace. It moves faster than a regular game if you were to play on a live, on an actual reality game, right? So tell me how you are handling the pace of the game. The fact you have had a challenge probably 20, 30 minutes ago, and now you've got to vote somebody out. Nick, what does that 20, 30 minutes look like in a game like with this kind of pace?
I don't know, sometimes I like just black out. You compete, you go back to your camp, and then you lay down for 2 minutes, and they're like, okay, time to get up. No, it's quick, it's very fast. Kind of have to just stay on your toes and always look at the next, but I think I know where my next is.
All right, David, so does it require you to think more steps ahead in a game that has a pace like this, or is it really, do you have to focus on the now because it's so fast, that's all you can think about?
That's a good question, because with how fast-paced it is, I feel like you have to be in the now with like an extension of like thinking in the future later, but it's happening so fast, like, you know, I get a cut on my hand that's not going to heal by the next challenge, that if there was a week between a challenge or something, it might have healed. So it's just like, you know, you got to make your decisions quick, and we haven't eaten since we got here, and we're a little woozy and a little stupider, so I guess.
So Mike, I'll come to you. That challenge was tough, I think, for both tribes, for everybody, especially the runners. But there also was some toughness with the tossing. I'm not putting any blame on anyone, but that's really where the two tribes kind of differentiated. They got their blocks before you did. So did you feel any sense of letting your tribe down?
Yeah, absolutely. I knew that I definitely gave them a cushion, and that sucks. I played baseball all my life. I was really confident doing that, and I got my ass kicked, like straight up. But I think after that challenge, it actually like hit me, like the tiredness, the dizziness, hungry, dead legs. Like when we went back to camp, I was drained. I'm tired. I'm happy to be here, but I am tired. So it hurt to lose that challenge because I wanted it for team morale. We needed a win, and I just came up a little short, but that's called competing. You don't always win.
So Sandra, what does this tribe have to do going into the next phase of the game, whatever that may be, to ensure that the 6 of you are here towards the end game, towards tomorrow and towards the end game?
We just gotta stay motivated, stay strong, stay cohesive, and you know, stick to the Wonkus strong, and hopefully that will get us through. You know, and hopefully we'll win. Start winning.
Jesse, has there been any talk of the relationships that are on the tribes that are separated, right? There's some Wonkus on the other side, former Wonkus. There's some former Kanoes on the other tribes. Has there been any talk about who has connections on the other tribe that you could leverage or that may be dangerous?
Yeah, sure. I definitely have asked the questions to all 3 of the players that were with us, Eli, Allison, and Nick. You know, you have to take every answer with a grain of salt because we're also just like picking them off essentially because we were lucky enough to fall within the numbers. So yes, there's a lot of that talk, a lot of speculation, a lot of watching when they're celebrating, who goes and runs and hugs who first. Like, we're always watching, so yep.
So John, I've asked this a question before, but I'm going to ask it again. At some point, you're going to have to start thinking about threats that are bigger than you, threats that you don't want to bring to the end. Are you at that point yet?
I mean, there's only one threat I potentially see that's on Canoe Tribe, and I think if we keep our numbers strong with Wonkus strong, and we have our other 2 Wonkus over there, someone on that tribe will probably sacrifice them to get in with the numbers, so that's my game plan.
So Nick, there's been a lot of Wonkus strong talk, which I'm going to come over to you as a non-original Wonkus. How are you feeling at this time?
Why are you stating the obvious? No, I mean, obviously dealt the tougher hand, but it's been great. I mean, wish I got to know these individuals a lot longer, but we competed and we did our best, and obviously we're back here, so kind of bite the bullet and cheer them on as they continue on their journey for sure.
Is there anything else anybody needs to say before we get to the vote?
We're tired.
Well, with that, Mike, you're up to vote.
awesome person to meet, a character. I'm so glad you were on this show. You have a personality, you have an amazing survivor brain, and I just think time just ran up for you short. Thanks.
Just to be said. Okay, so this one shouldn't have been this easy. Hang on, I'm gonna change up my font 1 second. So hopefully I made a friend in Nick, and I can use that as my number. That might be a little less powerful.
Shocking. Praying for no whammies. No whammies here. Let's see how it happens.
Another one that seems simple. We'll see. My vote's for Nick.
Been here too many times. Too many times. I am tired as hell. Alright. Big move time. We have an insurance policy, which is Nick. So
Sorry, the numbers are in our favor, so we have to vote you out. Wish I got to know you better.
I will go tally the votes. All right. And the votes have been read. I don't think I've been saying the decision will be final, but I'm going to say it now. The decision is final.
This one is.
Person will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. If anybody has a hidden immunity item you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. With that, I will read the votes. First vote. Jazzy. Next vote. Nick. 1 vote Jazzy, 1 vote Nick. Next vote. Nick. 2 votes Nick, 1 vote Jazzy. Next vote. Jazzy. 2 votes Nick, 2 votes Jazzy. Next vote. Jazzy. 3 votes Jazzy, 2 votes Nick. Last vote is for Jazzy. Jazzy, with 4 votes, that is enough. The tribe has spoken.
You're a great player.
This is, I was so paranoid, and I wasn't really that paranoid this time. So, good job,
No,
guys.
you're
You had to do it that way, or it would have been
Correct.
crazy.
Correct.
Damn it.
All right.
Nick, I am rooting for you. I really wanted to get to know you better.
Let me go.
Jazzy, tribe spoken.
This was so much fun.
Jazzy, thank you. All right. Wonka's tribe, you'll be heading back to camp, but not before you read this.
Oh, who hasn't read one yet?
Well, I don't have my glasses on.
I got smoke in my eye.
Do you want to read it?
Nick, you want to read it?
Sure.
Our newest.
Quickly grab all your stuff.
Wow.
You surely wouldn't want to be late. The next phase of the game begins soon. It's what you all await. The immunity necklace is now up for the taking, in a challenge that is sure to leave both your legs shaking. Oh fuck. As you should know by now, always expect the unexpected. Some more will be leaving tonight, likely feeling rejected.
So no merge yet, challenge before. You just gotta grab all your stuff.
I think,
I just got voted out. I'm glad I made it this far. I'm sad I didn't make it to the jury. I mean, that would have been cool to just be able to be part of the game the whole time. I had a little bit of a feeling, but I've had so many feelings that I just pushed it down again. Like, all right, they're gonna go, you know, Wonka's strong, even though there was still a 1 number buffer. So I kind of had a thought that maybe they weren't going to. So I get it. I play too hard, but it's so fun, so it's hard not to. But I had a lot of fun. Peace.